We're throwing from Willow Creek, which is again down in that gap, so it's uphill through here. But instead of going to top of Pops, we're going to Bullet Point. So you want to finish out right. It's a scary shot because of that creek on the right side.
It's creek the whole way on your right, and there's a big thing of like firewood that you can hit like a brick wall and it will send you into the creek. I've done that a couple times.
So there's me going zone and throwing it a little flat and saying go ahead and turn over a little bit if you want.
Yes.
I want nothing with the out of bounds at all.
What is Dad doing? Forehand zone here. No, he's gonna go backhand.
I'm not sure what he was throwing backhand. Normally he's got a good forehand zone shot. I just don't think he wanted to mess with the creek at all either.
Backhand Buzz SS. I cut it way too tight, and I think I land right next to the firewood. I get really lucky that I don't get wet.
He didn't record this because we haven't been getting the upshots, but Jeff patent pending a pure and nailed the chains and did not stay in. But it was an incredible shot. Almost a great bird there from him.
Pig forehand.
It's a little high though, so that might, I don't remember how this works out for him.
It's not too bad. He's like right in the middle. I was to say that was his putt.
Yeah,
too.
he cut it short, but
had a great look at it.
Finally.
You've got some twigs and some leaves sticking out in front of you, depending on where you land.
Josh picking up the birdie there with a great putt. And then here's Dane. Dane getting set to line up. I think that was me missing that. I might have been mistaken about the pure patent pending thing.
Yeah,
I think that was on the long one because Jeff takes a double here, actually.
I was gonna leave it in, just let you say it about me, and
that's all right.
Be like, yeah, sure.
I made a mistake here, but not as big as Jeff's mistake on this hole. Here's Dane through the trees, Anheuser putt, insane, gets his bird, and that's two ridiculous putts from those guys. And as last year's winner, I'm looking at this and going, these guys are starting to come alive a little bit, and I missed a lot of birds early on. Hate this basket. Glad to be done with it. I think we're done with this basket now. No more bullet points. Maybe one more.
No, I think that's it.
Getting a disc down from the tree. He's not angry. He's just taking care of business there.
Is that mine up in a tree?
I think that was his that he threw into the tree.
So I missed this putt then, I guess, don't I?
Yeah, that branch is right there. Jeff will shake a tree. He is a little upset with the branches here, so. Oh.
I do like an Ash Ketchum, gotta catch them all thing. Oh, baby. Oh, no. This is so fast. How many? Okay, amen corner. It's the longest hole. Just go for it, man. It's the longest hole on the course.
Longest hole on the course, 587 feet, slightly downhill until we hit the pasture. Then it levels out for the most part. It is a par 5 at 587 for us, though it plays a little shorter than that. And yeah, you want to go hyzer around the house, you have to hit the Mando. It's the right of that chimney. If you cut that short,
I don't think nobody has that issue.
Nobody has that issue. It does come into play later. The chimney's not always Mando, but
so from here, I feel like you want to throw a Zeus Destroyer type disc right between the house and the tree. It's going to curve hard left, put you right in the open, then you throw one over the barn, and then put it in for 3 ideally, but
you can get there for the eagle. It has been done. It is possible to get an eagle here. It has been done by people before, though I think it's been me, and I've done it a few times.
I've gotten an eagle on this hole a couple times,
and I think I have just as many double bogeys. So there's a big risk associated with it of if you go for it, you're flirting with the creek. Pops, I think, went forehand Roadrunner. He likes to do that a lot and just doesn't get it turned over enough.
He's on the fence line pretty much, which is not terrible. It's not great, But from
you
there,
can still get the bird from there, but it's a tough shot because the tree line along the neighbor's yard is going to pinch you off, and you have to contest with the trees over the barn. So, not exciting. Jeff there, yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do. Hyzer it through there. Get in good position. From here on this hole, Pops and Dane and Josh are all putting for pars. Jeff and I both take the birds here.
nice.
Pretty good, so we're happy with that. Bird's great, especially when everybody else is getting pars. So Jeff is getting one back off, bouncing back from the double bogey into a birdie. That's the way you want to do it. You know, fix your mistake there. And Dane and Josh got the birds on the last hole, but we went ahead and with them taking pars, I went ahead and got one back on both of them.
Dane hands me my disc right as Dad shoots his putt. He has no care for the camera angle.
It went in. No movie magic there. That was just honest throw-in from Pops.
All right, next one's a short hole, I believe.
Next one's a very short hole. We're just going to Tannerite, which is right along the other edge here. Normally you go forehand zone type of disc, unless you don't have a forehand. I think you probably buzz assess this if I had to guess.
I might do that here. No, I usually throw a nuke OS.
Oh, try to get, forehand with a nuke OS.
And this is my worst drive on this hole ever.
This is a soft zone. My goal is throw it up high enough. There are tree limbs above the basket. I want it to hit those and just kind of drop down.
Look at this dude.
I cut it off. Jeff's about to cut his, way tighter than mine.
Me, dude.
Not
Go
very pumped.
cry and listen to Linkin Park or something, dude. It's awful.
There's Dane. He just throws his straight.
But he's
not cut for him at all.
White out in the open, I think.
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's not terrible. Josh, I think that's a destroyer. He's got one of his thousands.
Yeah, looking for a little.
And he sends it. Man, just a little. Oh, that might be. No, he stays dry.
No, it's up there in the open, away from the tree line.
Barely,
not bad at all.
Barely dry.
Pops, I think this is an FX2 that he has. Wobbly out of the hand, hits the limbs, and I think it kicks in. Not too pumped about that
I think
at all.
I saved par here.
Everybody takes a par on this hole. So.
Nice.
Nothing gained or lost. Good putt from Jeff. Good for the confidence, at least, you know.
Yeah.
Hitting one from there. Mine ended up getting short a little bit. I ended up buying a couple tires that are in the woods for whatever reason. And had nothing but a little pitch out and then drop in. So upset about that because you really want this bird. It's only 157 feet. Next shot's going from Tannerite here to top of Pops. It's 453 feet, but it's uphill this entire way. You want to hit the gap between these two trees, but if you hit it too well, then you hit that tree dead ahead in front of it. So you want something that either flies out to the right and turns over, or something that fades out before it, gives you a driveway shot here that's nice and free and clear. Most people are going to end up turning it over way too much, being behind the house, or hitting that tree dead center.
I was about to say, I think we get a good mixture of drives on this hole. I think we have people in the middle, on the left, and on the right.
These two trees we passed on the right before this bush here, you have to contend with those. Can't just go straight up. You have to... Yeah, this is me with a scorch, and that's me absolutely turning it over, and I believe I'm sitting on the porch. I can't remember if the Mando is in play here. I believe that it is.
Left of the chimney.
Yeah, so you have to go left of the chimney from where we're at.
That's a Hades that I threw on a.
We've had a number of people end up on the roof here, mostly Josh, but it is possible to end up on the roof. Jeff's done it, I believe. I've done it. Thankfully, I'm sitting on the porch here, but you're about to see my finally have a blunder for the round. Really screw things up.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, it's funny. I wasn't too happy about it. I did my best to push it out of my mind. You'll see what we're talking about here in just a moment.
But overall, pretty good drives from everyone. I mean, no one ends up in the creek. No one ends up...
Yeah, even these bad ones, Josh and I kind of end up in the same spot, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it's you and me. I'm not sure.
No, I think
somebody else was with me, and so we had to deal with the Mando. It's hard to hit because if you're sitting under that tree, then it gets tough.
Drills that tree. Goes
Not a bad throw at all.
Okay. Let me explain to you what happens here. Josh hits a great putt. Good for you, bud. I come in to tap mine in. Even though it's a tournament, it's a family tournament, so I tap Pops is in, and I look at my brothers. I look at Jax to think, should I? And I go, I'll let him do it. And then he gives me some snarky comment like, you're not going to be nice and put mine in?
You'll know. So you'll notice I'm very upset. I laugh a little bit, and I'm like, I can't believe I did that. That was me for double bogey because I got caught up. So I was already taking a bogey. I rushed it, didn't even use my putter, and cost me. So this is from top of Pops there, from the driveway. The very top of the driveway is where we throw from. We're going to home hole. It's a 286-foot shot.
Oh, dude. You're about to see this. You haven't seen it yet, but I trip on like 10 things on the way to the hole. Look at this, man. I'm not paying attention.
You have to go Mando right of that chimney. Dane's trying to flex it over there.
That's risky to me. I
It
used
is very
to
risky.
do that, try and backhand Anheuser it and have it flip over. I'd rather just go above the tree. Just try and launch
When
over
this
the
hole
trees.
is in the other position, it's a lot easier to hit. But
That dude, that's me, Zeus.
that's
Wonderful.
That's what you want. Drop it in the slot. Let it slide a little bit. Drop it in the slot. You want it to go in there a bit. Josh is flirting with the tree on the right side, but it's fine.
Oh, I think he makes it.
It makes the Mando, but it hits the roof, which is fine. On the roof is a stroke penalty, but Josh makes it through to the other side, rolls down the roof. So very fortunate tournament time here. Here's Pops just flipping his over. He's trying to do the chimney thing too. And here's my shot with a force. Absolutely not interested in the slightest about messing with the chimney.
Laughing about dropping it.
Dropping in the slot. This is me not caring about the... Well, I take the long way to get to the slot. I think I pull this a little wide right, but you can see where I'm interested here is swing it on around.
The Cowboy's just on the ground.
Cowboys loving that
He's
shot.
having a good time, dude. He got into some mushrooms or something.
There's Pops very upset because he took a triple bogey on this hole. I can't remember exactly what happened.
You can't hear it because I took it out, but he punts something behind off screen.
There was a volleyball there and just sends it across the yard. A little upset. He hits that tree, and then you still have to deal with the Mando. I think he hits the next tree in front or hits a car or something. And just it's really rough.
It's nice having this land. When you get frustrated with disc golf, you can immediately take it out on a different sport.
That's right.
And grab a pair of scissors and go to town on a basketball or something.
That's right.
Kick a volleyball, whatever it is.
And so he's taking a triple here. Everybody else gets the par. So no birds there. Birds are normally something that we come by, but
Here's an ace run. How many feet, my dude?
286 feet straight across from the corner of it's like right next to the driveway, the bottom of the driveway, straight across. Of course, you go too hard. Creek is way down there, but it's downhill otherwise. Definitely ace runnable. And
I have aced this hole, but not in a
That's
game.
Dane with his pink berg.
Which is a good idea, man. Throw something that's just going to hit that invisible wall and go straight down.
Hit and stick.
There's a
Jeff
pure
just
that I
being-
pull just a little too far to the right.
Yeah, but your power was right on it. I think your idea was good. Josh
is
throwing
gonna
a
throw
pig.
big.
He's not looking for a lot of skip either. Wants something that'll just sit down.
A little far right as well.
Yeah, believe
but
it or not.
more fade on. Oh, he hits that tree.
Yeah, hits that tree there right at the edge. Still has a look at it though from there. I think this will be me next. That's my Orangeburg. Pulling a little right, but stables out and drops a little bit
Like
for me.
160 grams or something like that. Right?
Yeah, it's 160 or 162, something like that. So it hits and stops.
Dad with the zone. I
Pops
think
with his
he
zone.
doesn't pull it to the right enough. It crashes hard
Yeah,
left.
he just babied it too much. You can see Dane and I with our bergs are just equidistant either side of the basket here. Pop them in. I put mine in for the bird. Dane gets his bird as well. And Pops takes the bird, even though he shorted his
Good
zone.
for him, man.
Takes the bird. Josh and Jeff taking pars on this hole here.
Yikes. That's how it was, man. That's how the putting was going for me and Josh, dude.
Yep.
I think I do a weird...
All right, here from Willow Creek, you can see the line right now where we're putting. That's the tee off. So instead of the uphill from down to the other side, we go top of this hill, big shot up here to top of Pops. It's 389 feet uphill the whole way. I favor the turnover disc shot.
Mandatory left of chimney, right?
Yep, man. No, we eliminated that because you can't see the chimney at all because of that giant tree. But
I still think it's a good thing to try and do because I think it keeps your Anheuser in check.
Do I hit the tree on this one?
I think you and I both pure this bad boy. I think we do really good on this hole. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, in the long round, when the tees are further out, I pulled it too tight, and turned it right over into the tree. Not what you want at all. It is possible, though. This is a par 4.
That forehands as angrily as possible hits that tree, goes straight down.
Yeah, that triple bogey. He didn't get a lot of birds that he should have gotten. He plays his course all the time. That frustrated him. That triple bogey just kind of ended it for him. Jeff with a great shot there.
Avenger
Jeff and I
SS
showing the line.
makes its first appearance. Yes.
Yeah, Jeff throwing an Avenger SS. I went with a Falk and just firing it over and letting the disc do its job. Here's Dane putting 4 here with the top of Pops. This is his par? No, that's his bird. Misses that one, ends up taking the drop-in par here. I'm at this point having PTSD flashbacks of what happened the last time I was here. So I believe I'll exaggerate.
See, and I don't put anyone's disc in for them, even though I could for Dane, for example, because I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, you can miss from anywhere. I don't help anyone out anymore.
That stroke ends up. We'll at the end talk about kind of the culmination of the 2.5 rounds a little bit, but that stroke is one I wish I had back. Yeah, you can see my little exaggerated dropper. Going down quick here from top of Pops down to Amen Corner. This is the second par 5, 559 feet, mostly downhill.
Oh, I didn't get any of our drives.
Did not get any of the drives. That's okay. Jack, Dane, and Josh, we all took birds, and then Jeff and Pops finished out with the par here. Not bad at all. You really want the bird here on this one. Eagle's definitely possible. The barn comes into play on that throw. You don't want to be too straight. You want to hyzer out down there. This is Amen Corner to home hole right here. This is hole 18. 377 feet uphill.
You want to go left or right of this tree? I think left is the way to go. If you can do a forehand flex, like I know Josh has the power to forehand flex. In fact, Josh has put a disc on the roof from here.
Yes, he has. It's incredible.
So I know he has the ability to do that. I just don't know that he has the consistency. Same thing with Dane. One day he'll get there.
Threatening,
he just ends up in the burn
threatening
pile.
Cowboy on this particular throw. I pulled mine short. I wanted to go right low.
This is through. Josh is proudly showing off a new disc that he got. I can't remember what it is, but it's a Prodigy thing. And he gives that a backhand swirl. Just, oh, that's right, dude. It holds that line, sends him to Willow Creek, man. Maybe he's in the actual creek. I don't know.
I don't remember where he ends up. We'll talk about what happens here at the pars in
Avenger
a minute.
SS high over the tree.
Good shot, honestly. Good idea.
I figure if it goes straight, it goes straight. If it goes a little understable, it'll be just right of the tree. If it goes overstable, it's left.
Getting it uphill and then pulled over the tree, but not pulled too much that it goes in the creek. I mean, it's a tight shot, a lot of power. Got to really trust what you're doing. Trust the disc, trust your throw, all that. All of us putt in for pars here on this hole, and at the end of this round, Pops is +2, Jeff is -1, Josh is -2, and then myself and Dane are sitting tied at -5, and I'm really wishing I hadn't taken that double on the other hole here. We end up moving forward. I don't have the scores on me, I don't believe. Yeah, next hole, Pops is another plus. Next round, Pops is another +2. Josh is +1. Jeff's even. Dane and I are -1. So Dane and I go into the final 9 tied together at -6.
Scary, dude.
And it is, it's tough. But I end up pulling it out from the 9 holes, shooting, ending up 7 down for the day. Dane actually blows the final 9 going for it, ends up +3, ties with Josh, and then Josh does not win the tiebreaker hole. So Dane takes second and rookie of the year. Guy's been playing 4 months and he showed up and almost took first.
He was putting like me and Josh. I mean, he's putting like someone who's been playing a year and a half.
So really I took first. Dane takes second on the tie breaks. Josh gets third. Then we have Jeff there in fourth, and Pops finishing at +2 for the 2.5 rounds. Takes fifth there. And Logan, who played last year, wasn't able to participate this year, but we missed having him. And there we go. That's the tournament.
Yeah, man. Always a good time.
Next year we have a whole tour, and so maybe we'll get, at the very least, pictures, if not some other things. We're going to play a bunch of places in Oklahoma and points leaders and all this, and of course, at the end of the year, we'll do this again.
Yeah, dude. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys, if you're watching and you're enjoying this course, want to try it out, I hope one day to see you out here and show you around and play around. But until then, we'll see you next year.